Everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Wrestler Assess. I'm your host, John Royal. And boy, was Evolve really hype and crazy before Secession 3 next week. So I'm going to be doing my review, and then later in the week, I'm going to be doing my predictions before Secession 3. So before we do, please like, comment, subscribe, and now let's get on to the review, because there's a lot to talk about this week. First, we open up with Elijah Holyfield versus Brooks Jensen. After Elijah Holyfield's amazing debut match, he went against Brooks Jensen, a veteran in Evolve. And he just punched the wind right out of him right away. Great back and forth, hitting his body with body shots and jabs. But Brooks Jensen was able to get him off his feet, clock back with some kicks and a high knee. Then some punches, but then Holyfield didn't stay down. Did a literally killer layout with jabs. But at the end, Brooks Jensen was able to get a roll up out of nowhere. So we have to see where this goes, and I feel like maybe a storyline is going to form from this. And then we got Chaz Starboy versus Tristen Angel in a really good match. Right away, both men go back and forth with chain wrestling. But Chaz started hitting drop kicks and kicking Tristen Angel, but Tristen Angel hits one big kick off the top rope, letting Chaz Starboy fall off the rope. Then started beating him up back on the rings, doing a beatdown. But then Chaz Starboy hits a kick and then hits a killer reverse slide spread that was really cool. Then a 450 splash, but only a 2 count. And then both men was brawling. Great back and forth. At the end, Tristen Angel hit a beautiful reverse pop-up powerbomb into a running knee for the win. And after, he says he's going after the championship. So whoever Max or Aaron needs to be careful. So we have to see who Mr. NXT and Mr. Evolve is going to want to face after Secession 3. Then we got a women's match with Zena Starling versus Anya Rune. And boy, the promos did not land. So first we have Zena with a new look, and she says that she wants to get back in the women's division. She lost all her matches when she was in Evolve. She's back, she's revamped, and she wants to be not overlooked. I liked the promo, but at the same time, her new look is good, but she was very bubbly and energetic. And before the match, we're going to talk about Anya Rune's promo. I'm going to say this now. I like the anime girl gimmick. I feel like it's something you could do with it. I feel like the whole anime character is really interesting, but she started saying ooh-woo. She started saying, I'm the wrestling senpai. She made it cringy. She talked about how she needs to find the inner ooh-woo of her inner anime magical girl to win the fight. That made it cringy. I like me some anime. Anime and wrestling does go hand to hand when it comes to storytelling and stuff. But her promo just did not land. It was just so cringy. It was sounded like, you know, one of those TikTokers that do TikTok live and they do the little emotes and stuff. It was like that. It was one of those cringy TikTok live videos. Like, that was the energy she gave during her promo. But she's really good in the ring. So in the match, it was really good because right away, she tried to take down Zena, but Zena overpowered her. But Anya goes up to the top rope, try to hype herself up, hype up the crowd, but then she falls. And I'm like, oh, okay, she fell. Like, this is not going good. She tries to do a roll-up or two. It backfires. Then she goes up the ring again. Go up the top rope, and then she falls again. But then she does land a clothesline after going back down to the second rope. So I'm like, okay, maybe her storyline is she's not 100% the perfect anime girl. She needs to level up by beating her opponents. I'm like, okay, that's interesting. She's kind of like that whole anime storyline of the new person that needs to level up, or like the protagonist that needs to level up. So I'm like, okay, I see potential there. But near the end, Zena Starling, who's supposed to be bubbly and nice, takes the turnbuckle off, hits a spinning side slam for the win. Like, this match was all over the place. Like, I did not know who was the face, who was technically supposed to be the heel. They both kind of gave face, but then both of them, I don't know. It was a little bit of a sloppy match, I'm not gonna lie. Then at the end, Gianna Capri came in calling Anya Rune a joke, and then Layla Diggs and Mason Holiday came up to back her girl up. So maybe this is some type of storyline, but I don't know why TikTok divas will help an anime girl. I don't know where this storyline is going, but hey, at least we had a woman match on the card. Then we got the main event of Romeo Moreno and Noam Dar versus Kam Hendrix and Hurley Riggins. I'm gonna say this now, Romeo Moreno and Noam Dar makes a really great tag team. Keep them as a tag team. I love their chemistry. Just great back and forth that these two guys had. Really good chemistry. We started out with Romero versus Hurley, and Romero was able to take down Hurley quickly with a head scissor and some really fast moves. Then Noam tags in, so does Kam Hendrix, and Noam teaches Kam a legend by kicking him and doing a lot of chain wrestling, showing him why he's the supernova. Then we get a really cool sequence of Noam and Romero doing some cool tag moves, and my favorite spot was when Noam helps Romero on the outside take down Kam and Hurley, and then Romero goes flying. I liked the sequence. I liked that tag sequence. That really shows that they could be a really good high-flying tag team. I feel like we need more of that. Then at the end, Kam Hendrix did one after the bad leg of Romeo Moreno, and then Hurley Riggins tried to bring in a weapon, but Tate Wilder came in to stop it, and Romero and Noam was able to hit a running double knee for the win, making pretty much a statement that they are a tag team and they're here to stay. Great way to close off Evolve, but we did not end Evolve there. We ended with a showdown, a really good showdown actually, of Rourke and Max Abrams. And I was surprised. We actually had story development for Max Abrams here. So Rourke pretty much called Max Abrams a joke again, and pretty much he does not know why Max Abrams is so jealous of him and why he has this alter ego. And Max Abrams explains why he turned on the ID, why he acted the way he does. So he says he'd been always overlooked in ID, and then every time each man moved up and gave everyone shoutouts, he never did. And I liked how they did a flashback when he was talking about, because when Sean Legacy moved up, he did not get mentioned for the next big thing. Same thing with Tate Wilder and other guys. So each time a group of guys got moved up, or a group of people, he was never mentioned. So he feels left out. So he wants to take his opportunity instead of getting left behind. And then he says, Rourke, do you really know who you are, or you lost in the shadows? And then he brings up his family would be disappointed in him. And we know what happens when you bring family into the WWE. We ended with a big brawl. So now this match actually have heat. So this match is actually going to bring some fire. So I cannot wait to see. As well as we need to wait to see who's this new man and woman in the Evolve divisions. Because Timothy Thatcher did say last week that he's going to reveal 2 new signees. And I'm going to talk about it in my predictions, but I don't think it's just LFG. I think we're going to get some signees that nobody at least expects to really shake up the roster. So I cannot wait to talk about that during my predictions, but that's coming out later. So please like and comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.